The book is How to Not Die Alone by Logan Ury, a behavioral scientist who works with dating apps to help people build better relationships. Whether you're looking for love, struggling to find the right partner, or just want to improve your dating life, this book has tons of insights that can help. I'm going to break down the key takeaways that really resonated with me, and I think they'll make a big difference for you too. Let's start with the first big concept in the book: the 4 dating archetypes. According to Ury, we all tend to fall into one of these 4 patterns when it comes to dating, and recognizing which one you are can help you understand what's going wrong or right in your love life. The settler. This person chooses a partner because they feel like they should settle down, but they're not really excited about the relationship. It's more about convenience or pressure than actual compatibility. For example, maybe you've been with someone for a while, and while they're fine, you're just not feeling that deep connection. You might stick around out of fear of being alone, or because it seems like the right thing to do, even if your heart isn't in it. The dater. The dater is someone who's constantly looking for the perfect match. They nitpick over minor flaws, constantly searching for something better, and are never quite satisfied. If you're always finding reasons to swipe left on dating apps, or ending things after just a few dates because something's not perfect, you might be a dater. The avoider. Avoiders shy away from intimacy or commitment. They often have a fear of vulnerability, possibly from past heartbreak, or a fear of getting hurt again. If you've ever sabotaged a good relationship because you were afraid of getting too close, you might relate to this one. The frustrated. Frustrated daters have been in the game for a while and feel like they're just stuck. They try everything: dating apps, blind dates, meeting people through friends, but nothing works out. If you've been feeling like you've done all the right things but still haven't met someone who truly clicks, this might be you. So, which one of these archetypes do you relate to? I can definitely see parts of myself in each of these types. The great thing about identifying your archetype is that it helps you understand why you might be stuck in certain dating patterns. And once you know that, you can start to make changes. Once you understand which archetype you fall into, it's time to break free from unhealthy patterns. This is where the real work begins. In the book, Ury explains that we often repeat the same behaviors in dating because we're not aware of our subconscious patterns. It's like we're stuck on autopilot. For example, if you're a settler, you might stay in a relationship because you're afraid of being alone or because you've been together for so long. But Ury advises that it's crucial to stop asking yourself, "How can I make this work?" and start asking, "Is this person truly right for me?" That's when you begin to make better choices in love. If you're a dater, you might be constantly searching for perfection and dismissing good matches because of small things that don't actually matter in the long run. Ury suggests shifting your mindset to look for compatibility and shared values rather than minor flaws that don't impact a strong relationship. For avoiders, Ury recommends acknowledging your fear of intimacy and leaning into it. You can't avoid vulnerability and expect to have a deep connection. Practice small steps toward openness, like sharing your thoughts and feelings more freely in casual conversations or with people you trust. And for the frustrated, Ury advises taking a break from the pressure of dating. Sometimes, when you're too focused on finding the one, you miss out on connecting with the right people. Try enjoying the process without attaching so much pressure to the outcome. Now let's talk about something that really caught my attention in the book: the science of attraction. Ury explains that attraction isn't just about looks, it's also about emotional connection, shared values, and compatibility. One of the things Ury highlights is how we often focus too much on the spark, or initial chemistry. Sure, chemistry is great, but it's not the thing that makes a relationship last. In fact, research shows that long-term satisfaction in a relationship is often tied to shared goals, values, and emotional support. For example, a partner who's kind, communicative, and emotionally available is far more important than someone with an idealized look or a great job. The real attraction should be in how someone makes you feel, how they listen, support you, and align with your life goals. Ury even talks about how attraction changes over time. While physical attraction can fade, emotional and psychological connections tend to grow stronger if the foundation of the relationship is healthy. Next, Ury talks about the importance of building healthy, sustainable relationships. And one of the biggest takeaways for me was how important it is to communicate openly and honestly from the start. She suggests that from the very first few dates, it's essential to communicate your values and what you're looking for in a relationship. It's easy to get caught up in playing it cool or avoiding difficult topics, but that only leads to misunderstandings down the line. Don't be afraid to ask your date questions about their long-term goals, values, and views on relationships early on. This is key to avoiding heartbreak later, because you'll know whether or not you're compatible on important issues before you get too invested. Ury also talks about vulnerability, how being open and honest about your feelings, needs, and fears helps foster deeper intimacy. A relationship is about being real with each other, even when it's scary. So, after reading How to Not Die Alone, here are my key takeaways that I think can help anyone looking for love. Identify your dating archetype and understand your patterns. Break out of unhealthy dating habits by being more intentional and reflective. Focus on compatibility, shared values, and emotional connection, not just attraction. Communicate openly, especially about your long-term goals and values. Be vulnerable in your relationships and allow space for emotional growth. Ultimately, dating isn't about finding perfection. It's about finding someone who truly aligns with who you are and what you want in life. If you've been struggling with dating or relationships, I highly recommend reading this book. It's packed with practical advice that you can apply to your own life, no matter where you are in your relationship journey.